Welcome back to the DeepSquare tutorial series. If you've seen the first video, you'll already be familiar with the different components of the DeepSquare platform. They are the DeepSquare portal or Nexus, the SDK, and our comprehensive documentation. Today, we're taking a deeper dive into one of the most crucial components of our platform, the DeepSquare workflows. Workflow files are essentially the blueprint of your operations on the DeepSquare platform. Think of them as a recipe outlining the resources your application needs and the sequence of steps to follow. Before we delve deeper, we encourage you to open the Getting Started guide in the DeepSquare documentation. The link to the guide can be found in the video description below. Let's start with the resources block. This block indicates your computational resource allocation covering CPUs, GPUs, and memory. This allocation is essentially what you're paying for, determining the resources available to your tasks. Now, let's examine each parameter in the resources section in more detail. The task field specifies the number of independent units of work your application needs to run. Each task runs in parallel, with the scheduler assigning it to the available computational resources. GPUs per task designates the number of GPU resources each task can utilize. If your tasks don't require GPU processing power, this can be set to 0. CPUs per task determines the number of CPU resources each task will have access to, while memory per CPU represents the memory in megabyte allocated per CPU. Now, let's move on to the steps block. This block is where you outline the specific actions your task will take. Steps can be thought as individual instructions that will be executed by your task utilizing the resource defined above. Within each step, you specify a command, the exact operation to be performed. It could be a script, a function call, or any other operation your application requires. Finally, we have enable logging. When set to true, your application logs will be directed to the DeepSquare logging system, letting you keep track of your task's progress. There you have it, your first steps into understanding the fundamental concept of DeepSquare workflows. As we progress in this tutorial series, we'll delve into crafting more complex workflows, including those involving storage and containerization. In our next video, we'll show you how to put this knowledge into action by executing a simple Hello World workflow on the DeepSquare platform. Until then, keep exploring and stay curious.